Hi guys, happy Monday night. I wanted to get the vlog started. So I am in the middle of two books right now. The first is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi. I'm on chapter 13. I'm about 120 pages in. I am listening to this one on audiobook. I am really liking it. It follows a world where there used to be magic, people called magi. And then about 11 years ago, the magic all disappeared and a tyrant basically took over, murdered all of the magi. And anyone who was descended from a magi, who could have been a magi if magic hadn't died, is basically treated like a second-class citizen. We follow our main character, Elle, who is one of those people that could have been a magi if magic still existed. And the other main character is a princess. Oh, I can't remember her name. It starts with an A. Who is the daughter of the tyrant who took over. And basically they have the chance to bring back magic and save their world. So yeah, I'm really liking it. I like the characters. I like the magic in the world and that kind of a thing. And kind of the not all people are good, not all people are bad thing. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say about that right now. The second book I am reading is The Maid by Nita Prose, which I am about halfway through, I think. Yeah, about halfway through. I'm on page 150. So this follows a murder mystery. We follow a maid named, what is her? Molly the maid. And she is one day making her rounds at the hotel she works at and finds a dead body. So it's kind of her experience with that, and she's kind of solving, she's not really solving the mystery, but we're kind of solving the mystery as she goes through her day, figuring out what's going on. Cops question her, that kind of a thing. You can tell that the main character is on the spectrum because she doesn't quite understand certain social cues or certain social interactions. And it's really interesting to see because just her pointing out what she thinks is regular and stating something that she thinks, like, we can tell that's not actually what's happening, which gives us a clue, but she doesn't know, type of deal. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, not my favorite read ever, but I'm interested enough to try to figure out who did it. So that's cool. So yeah, that's the books I'm reading. And then I got some mail, so I wanted to do that. I got my Fairy Loot adult box, and then it was my sister's birthday recently, and I got her a replica of Sting from Lord of the Rings. I have no idea how good it's gonna look because I didn't pay that much money for it. But we're gonna find out now. It's in a cute little box. Should have kept the scissors. Oh, it's so little. So it's in a cute little sheath. Oh, it's cute. It's much smaller than I thought it would be, which doesn't actually surprise me with the price I paid. But it's so cute. I love it. So I think that'll be good. Got her a little wall stand for it. I don't know if it's gonna fit since it's so small, but we will see when that gets here. So that's cute. And then we are gonna open my adult Fairy Loot. This is one of the first book boxes I tried. I tried Book of the Month first, but I hated that the spine had the logo on it, and I wasn't reading fast enough to justify keeping that one. And then other Fairy Loot and Illumine Crate I didn't want to get because I don't want all the little items and stuff. I have enough knickknacks as it is. So when they came out with the adult book only box, I was really excited. So the theme is Sinister Secrets. I actually have no idea what the book is. Somehow I have avoided spoilers. The second time this has happened, the Brandon Sanderson box too. Ooh, the edge is pretty. Okay, so it is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. That name is very familiar. I don't know what else I've read by them, but, and then the cover has these cute little women on it. Oh, signed book plate. Interesting. It's got pretty, ooh, it's got beautiful foiling. Just on the front. And then it's got end papers. Does it say what else she writes? Oh, Gilded Wolves. Oh, I love that series. Okay. Yeah. So that is, I guess, the start of the vlog. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Okie dokie, artichoke. Happy, what fucking day is it? It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I am going to hopefully film some videos today, which is why I look more like a human than usual. I'm not even sure anyone else can tell. I can tell. I work at a microchip fabrication plant, so I cannot have any makeup on my face. I can't use scented anything, and I wear a full bunny suit, so I almost never do my hair and makeup anymore. And I got a haircut last week, and I tried to do my bangs for the first time, and I had, because my bangs were like down to here and now they're up to here, I stole a Velcro roller from my sister because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy a whole set. But I think that Velcro roller is now too big because my bangs are really short. So I don't know how they're turning out. This is the first clip I'm filming. We're going to watch and see how it looks. I'm not going to change anything if it looks bad, at least today. But I'll have to figure something out for the future. But yeah, reading update. So last night I read just a little bit more of the Maid. I am now 200 pages in, so I think I have about 100 left. And with 100 pages left, I feel like everything's going too well, and I'm a little bit worried because, as I mentioned, I think in the first clip, our main character has issues with like social cues and stuff, so she doesn't quite understand when to trust someone and when not to trust someone. And we can tell when someone's being shady, and I feel like she's finally trusting the right people. But with 100 pages left, I feel like it might not matter. So I'm a little bit worried there, but I am enjoying it. I like the characters. I'm interested in the mystery. I think that I can guess because it feels obvious to me, but I don't know if they're, you know, making it obvious even though it's not obvious, kind of gonna do a trick thing or whatever. But yeah, it's cute, and I don't know if I'll have time to finish it tonight or not, but I'll definitely make some progress. Next thing is I left my old bookmark and my new bookmark so I could figure out how much I read, because with the audiobook it's a little bit more difficult. So I was on page 120 and now I'm on page about 200 of Children of Blood and Bone. I'm really liking this. It feels nice to just be in a new fantasy world, learning new things, all that kind of a thing. We now have 3 different points of view, so it's really interesting to see how kind of the way people are raised or people's experiences as children have really formed their opinion of everything. So certain people were raised to hate magic, certain people were raised to love magic, but because of their magic they were persecuted, that kind of thing. And it just really shows you how society and your experiences can have an impact on your opinions and actions as an adult. We're learning a little bit more about the magic, which is really interesting, and some of the characters' relationships are developing. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I was realizing the other day that I don't, like, recently, I used to be that person that would get the first book in a series and I just marathon the entire thing and I just read the whole thing. And recently, and I don't know if it's because I'm trying to read down my TBR and I've been trying to buy first books only without buying the whole series, but I just feel like I'm reading a first book or whatever. And so I was really excited because I thought this was a duology, and I do own the second one. So I thought that I was just going to be able to marathon it real quick and finally finish something. But I looked it up today and it's supposed to be a trilogy and the third book's not out. So that was a little sad. But I'm definitely excited to finish this one and move on to the second one because I'll at least do that. So yeah, I'm almost halfway through. But yeah, I'm excited for that too. And then the last thing, I'm so excited. So if you watched my last vlog, I read the first volume of Once and Future, and I talked about how since I was kind of on a book buying ban, I couldn't buy volume 2, so it's going to be a while till I got to read it. Well, I was talking to my roommate, and it turns out she just read and owns, we don't share bookshelves, the first volume of Once and Future and loved it so much she bought the next 3. So I'll have to wait till she finishes it, but she finished volume 2, so now I can read volume 2, and I'm really excited about that. So I can read it without breaking my book buying ban. And I haven't looked. I know that you can get graphic novels from the library because that's how I actually started graphic novels. So I might do that. But again, I'm trying to read my own TBR, so I'm trying to do less library books as well, just until I get that number down. But yeah, so that is my, what night did I decide it was? Tuesday night clip. I probably won't have much more to update tonight. But I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Hi guys, happy Wednesday night. I just want to give you an update on my reading. So I have not finished much more of Children in Blood and Bone. I think I only read about 40 pages if I'm looking at my little bookmarks right. Yeah, about 40 pages. I'm still really liking it. It's definitely a quest fantasy, which is fun because I haven't read one of those in a while. I've been reading a lot of like murder mystery or that kind, or even school fantasy, so it's fun to see like a quest. We also get 3 different points of view, which I think I mentioned last clip, and we got a little bit more of one of the points of view, and he is giving me Dara vibes from City of Brass. Like, you want to like him, and since you're inside his head, you understand the remorse that he's feeling for his actions, but also you're like, how's he gonna redeem himself from some of the stuff he's doing? So I really like that character's point of view. I like both the Princess Amari, I don't know if I said we get from her point of view, and Zelly. I think Zelly is a properly flawed character. I'm usually not a huge fan of the vengeance trope, like someone knowing they want to do vengeance but not knowing how they're gonna pull it off and just like the angry feel then. I don't like that part. I like when the vengeance is exacted, you know what I mean? Which is silly. But so I like her character, but sometimes, and it's again understandable because someone murdered my mother, I'd be out for revenge too, so I get it, but that is a little annoying at times. But overall, yeah, still really liking this. Again, I didn't read much, only about 40 pages. One thing I did finish is The Maid by Nita Prose. So I really liked this book. Actually, I ended up liking it a lot. It had a twist at the very end that I did not see coming. And I really liked how the author presented the twist and how she led you astray. In the same way the characters were being led astray, even though you thought you knew better. So that was really fun. So yeah, it was cute. It was quirky. I don't have much more to say about that. I liked it. I probably won't ever reread it, but I'm definitely glad I read it once. Yeah, so tonight I think I have some cleaning to do, and I really need to finish editing my video for Friday because I'm going out for drinks with my sister tomorrow. So I think that I am going to turn on some My Hero and clean my room a bit and then do some editing. I don't know if I'll start another book tonight or not, but I will let you know if I do. Bye! Happy Saturday. I stayed up way too late with drinks with my sister on Thursday. And so last night I basically just came home, read for a couple hours, and went straight to sleep. I didn't do anything else. So I wanted to give you a reading update. So I read about 240 to 360, so 120 pages of Children of Blood and Bone. I'm like loving it now. I'm so attached to the characters. I'm so invested in their stories, and I just want to know whether we're gonna get magic back, and even if you do get magic back, how do you balance magi versus humans? And I'm just, oh, it's so good. We are getting a little bit more of the magic. There's a couple other people we have met. So we met someone who has fire magic now. We met a healer. And our main character is really coming into her magic and seeing that, as well as another character who had unexpected magic, and it's interesting to see his side of it. But yeah, it's really good. I'm really excited to pick out the marker one to hopefully finish this weekend. We'll see. My weekend went from 0 plans to plans every day, multiple plans, so we're gonna see how much reading I actually get done. The other thing I did is on Thursday at lunch, and then mostly yesterday, I read 186 pages of Bad Girl Reputation. So this is a contemporary romance. We follow our main character, Jen, who is basically, she was the bad girl growing up. So she was the partier, you know, she went out, got caught by the cops, all that kind of stuff. She was the wild girl. And during that time, she was dating a guy named Evan. I'm so bad with names. I swear, I am reading this book. And her and Evan were basically, they egg each other on, you know what I mean? They're both got each other into huge problems. So then about a year ago, something happens, and it basically causes Jen to reevaluate her life, and she leaves, goes to Cleveland, I believe, leaves her hometown to start over, get sober, you know, basically get her life back on track. Well, then her mom dies. So she comes back to her hometown for the funeral, and then her dad's business, he owns a construction business, I think. Maybe might be like a rock business. It sounds like rock, but he basically needs her to help out. So she quits her job and breaks her lease and comes back, but she says it's only for a few months, then she's going back. But she's there to help out her dad, and obviously she runs into Evan, and you know, it's kind of a second chance romance deal. I'm liking this book. I'm not loving it. I think the characters are bad for each other, but I do like the character development they're having that maybe will make it not so bad for each other. I think they might start being a good influence on each other. I do like the like push back and forth between the two. But yeah, so liking it, not loving it. I'm about halfway through, so we'll see. Yeah. And then last thing is I started the second volume of Once and Future. So I'm, I think, 2 comics in. I read while I fed my roommate's cat last night because she doesn't like sudden movements, so I figured reading would be good. So I'm liking it. King Arthur is definitely still the focus of this one, but there is another character from another story. So it looks like we will have the strain of King Arthur throughout the whole thing, but we might get other literary characters, which is really fun. I really still like the grandma, and I like our main character. I think I'm excited to see him grow and learn his kind of new role as a monster hunter. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's really good. So yeah, so today I have a couple of friends. The wife is in town for a conference, so she's at a conference right now, and then the husband is just like in town to see us, so I think I'm gonna go hang out with them. We're gonna go play Pokemon Go because unlike most people, we didn't stop in 2016, so I think we're just gonna go wander around downtown. And then later today I have reservations at this themed speakeasy. So like every 3 months or so they change themes, and this time it's Alice in Wonderland, which I love. Alice in Wonderland, I think I have like 3 copies of the book, even though I've only read bits of it, but just the concept of Alice in Wonderland I love, so I'm so excited for that. And then tomorrow my sister turned 25 recently, so we are throwing her a Princess Diaries themed party next week. So I think Sunday is going to be our only day that we can go get all the supplies and get everything set up. So we're going to do like the paint dart wall and stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. So we'll see how much more reading I get in. But I am going to go get ready now to go hang out with my friends, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Hi guys, it is Sunday night and I just wanted to wrap up this vlog. So I did end up finishing Bad Girl Reputation. Again, I liked this book. I'm glad I read it. I didn't love it. There are 2 other books in the series. As with all romance, it follows 2 other couples. I don't know if I'm gonna read them. If I do read them, I think it'll be through the library. So I do like how the 2 main characters developed, and how in the beginning they were so toxic to each other, and you can see both of them grow as a person or whatever and really mature within their relationship. But it also feels like, so in the middle they like, I don't know how to say this well, I don't want to spoil anything, but I don't like how their relationship was in the middle, and it felt like the final like conflict wasn't that big of resolution, like wasn't that big of a deal, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, it was okay. I'm glad I read it, but yeah, not my favorite rom-com of all time. Didn't finish any more of Children of Blood and Bones, so I'm still about 360 pages in. Still really enjoying it, but again, no more update. And I can't remember in the last clip if I told you that I started Once and Future Volume 2. But I am, where am I? Just finished the second, that bookmark is not actually in the right spot, but I just finished like the second chapter in here. So I'm about to start chapter 9. It's still great. Grandma's still sassy. Main character is kind of growing as a person, so that's kind of cool. So I'm excited to continue with this series. But yeah, that is my week. And these are the main 3 books I'm reading right now. I can't remember, did I start with a different book at the beginning? But yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye.